11 centimeter or 22 centimeter? Which is the correct answer for this problem? Let's see this problem and see the step-by-step solution of this problem. Here we have been given a triangle ABC in which G is the centroid of this triangle. We have drawn perpendicular BL and CN from vertex B and C to the line passing through the centroid G. The length of LB is 16 centimeter and NC is 6 centimeter. We need to determine the length of the perpendicular drawn from the vertex A to this line LN. So that is AM. We need to find the length of AM. Option given to us are 11 centimeter, 22 centimeter, can't be determined, and none of these. Generally, students get confused between these two options, 11 centimeter and 22 centimeter, and some students find that it cannot be determined uniquely. So let's see the solution of this problem. If you have not tried this problem earlier, pause the video and try to solve it yourself first. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe my channel for more such interesting problems. Let's begin with the solution. Here, in this triangle, we have been given G, the centroid of this triangle. What I know about the centroid is that it is the intersection point of the three medians of the triangle. So for my problem, I am drawing one of the median, that is AD. Here, D will be the midpoint of BC as AD is the median and its property is to divide the opposite side. Now here we have this quadrilateral LNCB. I identify this quadrilateral as a trapezium. Let me tell you how. Here you can see we have a line LN and we have a perpendicular here and we have a perpendicular here in this way, something like this. This is L point, this is B point, this is C and this is N. And this two line segments are perpendicular to line LN. So here you can see that since these two lines are perpendicular, they will be parallel to each other. Okay, now this is the point D. This is the point D, which is the midpoint of BC. Now it's the property of a trapezium. I hope you can identify this LNCB as a trapezium since one of the opposite sides are parallel. And BC is the non-parallel side on which D is the midpoint. On LN, I will take the midpoint of LN as E. If I take this, then I know the property of the trapezium that this line ED is that it will be parallel to LB and NC also. Since it is parallel to these two lines and they are perpendicular to LN, so this line will also be perpendicular to LN. Very important information. Also, the length of this ED I can determine if LB is A unit and NC is B unit. I can determine the length of ED as A plus B by 2. This is a very important property of midline of the trapezium. You should remember it. Now for my diagram, I have already marked point D. So I will take the midpoint of LN as E. As I explained you just now that ED will be perpendicular to LN and I can also determine its length from this formula. So according to this given information, 16 centimeter and 6 centimeter, I can identify the length of ED as 11 centimeter. So it was an important point here for the solution. Now, next I will bring back the line AD, which was the median of this triangle. Here DE is perpendicular to LN and the length which we need to determine AM was also perpendicular to LN. So here you can see that this two angles, this angle and this angle are 90 degree. Also these two angles are vertically opposite angle. So I can identify two similar triangles here, that is AGM and DGE. They will be similar. Now what information I have about G point, that it is the centroid of triangle ABC. Now the property of centroid is that it divides the median in the ratio 2:1. That means AG is to GD is 2:1. Now I have two similar triangles and also one of the ratio of the corresponding sides. So here the ratio of these two sides, these two corresponding sides, that means AM and ED will also be the same. That is, I can say that AM is to DE will also be 2:1, where I already know the length of DE, that is 11 centimeter. So with the help of that, I can identify AM as 22 centimeter. So that's the answer for this question. I hope you enjoyed the video. You remember these two important points, one about the midline of the trapezium and another one is this ratio in which the centroid divides the median. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe my channel and like the video. Thanks for watching.